This is Boadu TV. Truth and integrity.
My mum nyina kwaba fambra Boadu TV so yebesre yourself first time I will share na wa subscribe my channel no na wa like it na wa share na wa comment comment section ni mu na yetiesi mu Kevin Taylor Kwabla Taylor Kwame Taylor Kwabla Taylor na kache na wasamba back wa hit screen biem na ene de Okyehene na ho ache ni won so Okyehene na make comment bi say o mo sabotage free SHS no monjai Kevin Taylor said na ayine na bafo ene amobia ine atena dwaso keke na sebi Okyehene ne osori adope no ka Kevin Taylor wo de asem ba ensemo ken dia no tin ne mo dunso na wonim wakofa dewuro yehwe akofa dewuro ena wonim nya krobeto no den beto ho Napo eno de na beto ho se Napo hune se dewuro ta o se Napo hune se dewuro ta na Napo edem pa na politically na poetimi aya eninti osefata se man no running mate ne esori na ede ne betutu na Napo kwagema Napo anya politics anka wono nti sika nko ware oba Napo na ye MPP fafa ne say ono ye running mate ena gana fajize na Napo ye good ena Napo nya good bia na amanfo bi nso ho akwa bia mu after say we Napo ne Okyehene fi wa yankoti Kevin Taylor bra wa back na fire na no aye din enti no
sir ex taxi driver we okansem and sometimes no I dey be ameka say mo bia hinia ene cover problem ne ba yes sorry ne etama hinia de mo bia kekea ene ne cover sa problems we ba. And you see, it is looking like this man or more of a problem than Sebio Abosumana or Tiomohuno. Because Abosuman understand anka we in Kenisan Kodaon and Nanamo. Now, don't sabotage free SHS. Today, Papa we ne catch the Ghana for say Ekufuadu Yeduapa. En Kwasia Seme Koso Ghana Nina under the NPP. He does not see it. Oh sorry na go to be nation is seeing no twitwu ho no abetena okeka nkwase asem yeah ene ma pon de be di ma me matem say ye ne criticize Ekufuado aban ye ma me no abeyfo na wo hwe beyfo we be ka kire say ye ne ma me no abeyfo. You see what they are doing nana adodankwa Ekufuado sa free SHS or the buy no e free SHS no abesay education no it's a fact. You see they be am ka kire Ghana for politics. I am for more Ghana nyina politics. Amu wi anu bobuba to so. Papa we or one dangerous old man. Na say me te so about America be sa no ho yare. And then one tena che bi ansa no ho yare. Na say no nanam ha. Ne yare ba ye ne twa ba ye de be de nante ya ne be sa ne yare. Ene ya sa tam the two reach mu de sa ne koye. Now you see, instead of them to be blunt, instead of them to tell the government that the free SHS needs a review, right now they are blaming matrons, they are blaming headmasters. Now, Kwasiafo, Ekufuado or the free SHS, but no matrons, no headmasters, no money order. Were we seeing the things we are seeing today? Your headmasters, they have been there for 30 years. Matrons, they have been there for 20 years. Your bears, your normal managing schools, before Ekufuado, Jimmy, where this stupid free SHS on to me review any not teachers woman order that. Did we experience the same thing we are experiencing? No. It is because the implementation is wrong. It is because the people leading this, they did not think through it. And you are penny for and cause someone catch up and say, hey, anything you put out there, any new idea you think you put out there, you need 6 months to review it. Right now, so you're paying on Munyansa. Now you care about the education of young Ghanaians. You are supposed to tell the government to review free SHS. And so you're paying kwasia. Opese politics inti The young ones, no, Omabra boss say you will do politics with it, and you start to blame people you are not supposed to blame. And at the end of the day, we are all Ghanaians who contribute our quota to the development of Ghana. You people are hiding behind Akonya, Kitibi Amudi or Ghana, and I'm they say Ghana. Politics time we draw, and I'm yeba. Now so a drew campaign timer, and now when I go for a Bible better now be the Ghana for them. Those times now in Tenchie and a Numuncio, Nipan Bay and Suma on way. We are not supposed to blame any Beza. We are not supposed to blame any teacher. We are not supposed to blame any administrator. We are supposed to blame the process, the policy. The policy needs review. But because politics are dokromo, because people don't want to tell the truth, because munimso nyankopon onkunipa one time in Tinamosh Bible chike. Who does not know in Ghana that today free SHS is destroying our education than anything else? Who doesn't know? When yemeto sebi, when yeme pauchow. Now one kwa una nanum neko free SHS. One kwa uma neko free SHS. Yen nyina ebusu afo kobi, and yen nyina na ye chichire Ghana. Oyo hini audi no ofie. But when it comes to talking about a policy that affects every single Ghanaian, you are not the wisest. In fact, it is better you stay out of politics, because why general? It does not get to that level of thinking about Ghana. It's only active. It is only active when it comes to your small kinship. I'm telling you, Mona must say Ghana. Mona must say Kufuado man din kwasiasema bedruha. On kwasiasema kwaso Ghana, you don't see it and you don't hear it. You only hear politics. And I have for a opportunity to speak in front of politicians and no mubube. Na almost share a bechi, no more politics. And I am for a almost to Ghana crew. Asemoba also mekano kreno na omohyehyɛ ebe echi eye politics. That is our problem in Ghana. They cannot go straight. When they do politics, no makofa ebe, no be defend the omo politics no mo ye no. De deba de oyaboa. De deba oyaboa kokoba enenim nyansa. And these are the people. In today am catch Ghana for omo say Ghana pa dodo ne ahemfo no. Last me catch them Mohammed say every project in this country, our politician, whether left or right, a commission not on it will be. When you pick this book as a green book, every project in this book, your commission not on it will. Me say, when you pick this green book, a DBO book will be a NDC for a year or Ghana or more commission not on it will. Inti then out me catch them and say I am from Ghana and they don't know what is happening. They know 99% of them they are doing politics. Every school be a EBC. Every school be a EBC or Ghana. Ye be ano on hino wo krom what we be. Ye ka omom ye politics or Ghana pa e ahemfo. Metuma bobo hospitals Eastern region. On hini we mumusa ne say what's up with Galamsey in his community, in his own region. Yanti kroma or tisa tuoma embrante bobo tuo ni krom. Galamsey or tim and the Galamsey or tibi no da fana motium or tibi no for the fana shwase or ti Galamsey no da fana CH. Galamsey ninja or Chuck Norris or the Galamsey mu. And no dear, it's not a problem. Nanado Danko Kufuor and Kanche say he is coming to fight Galamsey. Go to Okyehene Krum or take Galamsey or Tarana to Galamsey or 20 years American soldier, not that Galamsey mu crocodile. Those things you don't see it, you only see Jandam. Obey Jandam. Nanado Danko Kufuor, and nobody has said anything against free SHS. Obia is in support of education in Ghana. You cannot impose a policy that at the end of the day ever say education. We need to review it. It is I am fully be muni munyansa. Mon kanche Ekufuado ne Bawumia say they should review the free SHS before 2024. And you are blaming teachers almost sorry humachi enam insuom enam ewiem tutotuto nwuro mu kwakire nkwara de omo na mu blame omo enkwasiaforo mo ten kran na omo no mo jantra for SSA GMPC sikama mo AD birthday. You can't blame them. We are bad people. You time GMPC sikama na ma famous cinema je. Na mo de Galamsey nsum send denchem. You cannot speak on that. Galamsey chief to say, you are a disappointment. Uchi taxi wa brochechi taxi. Na me dwen say, otona wote so na na wote wo hwo aso no, ebema bibia about him say, me kofie na se me ko tata nkofo koye hene a, meye bibia sesa Ghana. Tane anim say, wote wo hwo ase a wo twitwi taxi no, na wadwene bone na wo wutirim. Muna mwa say Ghana, some of you these chiefs. Me menya akwara wo. Ukome busu mu a, eyiye ba metua to. Membe bunko to dwo wo nim enje duane ndin survival. And the area bomb and I have to find a way to take care of my family. I am not going to fear God and stand before you men, hypocrites like you, who do not want the betterment of this nation. You are enshrined in your foolish tribal bigotry. Mona mo say Ghana no. Say Ghana bonde eyemo. You people are bad men. You are bad elders. Mon kanu kre. Mo se mo nana no makogu abrochire. And I'm what Ghana na yeye mu diodum na nkofo na isisi for di mu chiti sem ponche. And I'm treat him nkofo sem moa. Speak the truth to this dwarf for him to do the right thing. Mo tete Ghana yen kamonim. Mo gin sam so che nyankopon. Mo so na mo hye Bible chi ke kan kwase asem. Enkonya na mo tete so no. Se yen konwa pa a mo di no kura o sanka mo nyam kumotom twene. Mo nka no kore. You are blaming teachers. You are blaming bursars. You are blaming matrons. The person who implemented the policy. Why are you not blaming the person to review the policy? Bad old man. Mo si God we na kopare fefa mo trimu a na mo keka nkwase asem. Mo na mama, the respect we had for you, it is gone. Respect. Why should I respect you people when you cannot protect the same land you are sitting on? Why should I respect you? Abra wonana no mutu galamse etwa wa hemfie ho hia untumi nka bibia, but you have an idea about free SHS. Galamse atache watete afama motuom ade agesa afama hwase mo de galamse na tia afama mo se American soldiers mo de that atache mu galamse mu American soldiers muntumi nka ho asem. You are quick to talk about free SHS. You see, my man can't the youth of Ghana. Some penny 4 way muno. Oh, say recently Sakwa with Jimmy way, and I need to address this matter. You see this guy. Time I know old Jimmy no, I wasn't around. Akwawe, ope a typical foolish politician. Politician na adwene wo forma wada ada we Jimmy Akwawe. Let me tell you, the MPP as a political party. Ghana yetin your age group we don't have to waste our time on them. We just have to pray for them to go out. Now, this new generation, we start to work on their mindset to get to that point. Hey? On says Jimmy we ko gina platform so a odidi Kwame Nkrumah tem. On say omo that age group omo ne Kwame Nkrumah see so a omo nim dey see majority of them are hurt. That apology now Jimmy we dey beto abontene he did not even write it. Let me tell you for a fact. Napo and Sema Napo gina platform so can enya ade bia wonu no hu. Napo is not feeling any guilt about what he did though. On say owie no sa ko gina eye Western region catch almost say already o kan okure. Enti we didi Kwame Nkrumah tema obi anfa no kwase ankoda. Sa Akwawe, because of politics in Tino Warrior, in Tinyansa on Wankasa was a bit Martinasia Warren, no Nibi 55 years and Kenya politics and Konware. That means the irresponsibility started not today. His life has all been about Ogujantra Foso. It's any politics we are. Akwawe nka on tisika sa okoware oba sa oba no ware wakasa mo ateda sa oba na Napo ware no what say we gina bedwom wakasa mo ateda sa de bi de nechi no. He is irresponsible to the core. Time na Napo ekasa about Kwame Nkrumah a odidi kofo bu nyina atem na and yete Ghana na adwen say Napo the letter tantan bi abanti asem de na asem kono in Ghana today. So you Ghana nine na say asema Napo kafa Kwame Nkrumah ho no. What say Napo can try, then you don't know where you are from. the one person, with all due respect, you are still allowing Napo Dems and MPP for way to disrespect you. Napo asem okae enya out of excitement o. Napo asem no okae no ewo ha free ha. Some arrogance, and also arrogance no. Arrogant. Napo is beyond arrogance. Napo trimuno. Obia oni MPP mu a oni sa mentality obia no oye kwasia. And you see, for some time now, the MPP as a political party, imagine said this statement Napo made about Kwame Nkrumah. Imagine. J.A. Kufuor, with all due respect to him, the level endu J.J. Rawlings when it comes to governance. Imagine say, NDC need a general platform or car say these things about even Kufuor. Yeah, Papa Kufuor, gallon. Kufuor Ghana at 50. Kufuor 50 cents. Yenka say NDC need a general platform po a car say mo papako and asa mo Kufuor no. Do you know what would have happened in this country? Me say, yemfa say Jiminy we asmo okan sa kekena. Mojin said na it's because of excitement, out of excitement. No, it is not because it wasn't out of excitement too. It is something that they have been trained with. And yet something they believe in. They have always not respected anything Kwame Nkrumah. If you are a Ghanaian and you believe in the ideologies of Kwame Nkrumah, and that's how we are Ghanaian all respect Kwame Nkrumah's style of leadership and the contribution when he served the people. These people do not respect you. It has been with them. The asha akomamu abusuno and the pie anoba. Adena Napo kan hono. Na Napo wasn't overexcited. It is something that is part of the NPP continuously. Any politician be our Ghana be what try to at the end of the day follow the steps of Nkrumah or try to create opportunities or toe the line of Nkrumah of trying to create opportunities or opening up the country and giving other people the opportunity through building or through putting together companies. The NPP as a political party, they don't like that person. And I will stay there. That is why I keep telling you, the NDC has been in power for 16 years. NPP, I can't bet 3 months, not about power 16 years. They cannot point to one regional hospital. You know why? Because the party does not stand for that. It is a Utie Napo, that's a Napo Din Nkrumah term on such a platform. That's a who say majority of the people in the party, Mame Kancho, Napo Jina platform so Din Nkrumah term. Eka say young Nkrumah no. Have you heard any council of elder in the NPP read talk about that statement and said Napo needs to apologize publicly by not just writing a statement? What to say our council of elders? Hakum Rawusu Ajiman, Michael Kwe, J.A. Kufuor, Omo Maka. Have you heard any elder in the NPP come out to say Napo this is wrong? What we? The executive from the chairman to Pentium 2 general secretary to that foolish Nanabi Mune Omomwa said, have you heard anybody come out to say Napo no? At least if there's one thing, respect na yadema yenyanka say nko for mote your party no, we need to give it to Kwame Nkrumah because enya kura no Kwame Nkrumah dey see konfonochi. Enya kura no Kwame Nkrumah and see KNUST. Enya kura no Kwame Nkrumah see factories was antimema ye nananom nya bi ye. Have you heard any NPP person, whether a man or a woman, come out publicly to condemn Napo? No, they all support Napo's statement behind the scenes. And it is not got to do with you tribal free, we are not tribal. And what the party stands for. It is what the NPP believes in. And Regional Mekacha will say, the NPP from day one, it has not been about Ghanaians. The NPP has been about themselves. In this Ube Stadia, party bia in penifo mu nim nyansa akwara bi party wo beka bibia ebetia party because the statement Napo made, it goes deep down. It affects the principles of the NPP. Why do you think the elders of the party have not spoken? Why do you think they have not taken the opportunity to even put a statement out? Why do you think the party as a whole, they have not condemned Napo's statement? It is because they believe in what Napo said. That statement almost in Napo the party at the end of the day, they are happy. We are Ghana ni. Nasa wo Ghana, and you saw the struggle of Dr. Kwame Nkrumah till this point, and the development and his contribution to the development of Ghana. Nasa what say the NPP does not support what the Napo Kaina. Now why do you form? They hate anything in Nkrumah. They hate any contribution in Nkrumah did for Ghana. They hate anybody who has the mentality. In this study, oh, say Kwame Nkrumah, he wanted to open jobs. He wanted to create. He was building roads. He was building schools. He was building hospitals. Check the line. JJ Rawlings even though the Kwame Nkrumah party, and the NDC, are different political parties, and you could see, said they were towing the same Kwame Nkrumah line. JJ Rawlings was constructing roads, rural electrifications. JJ Rawlings AC universities, OC schools. Atamel Sibaye, the same line. They were trying to build on what Nkrumah started. Into regional hospitals. Osha Akosumura and Nkrumah own the Atamel Mahama Mobaye expanding our energy sector. Osha John Mahama Sobaye. And you see, continuously, the NPP, they have been against all these people. What the NPP hates is for you to let people believe, you say you believe in what Nkrumah believes in. That is their number one thing. The moment you show that, they have an issue with you. And a political party like that will never go out of its way to build anything. And until date, the NPP has not been able to build one regional hospital because they don't believe in what Nkrumah believes in. But the NDC believes in that. That is why till date, the NPP as a political party have not been able to build one university because they don't believe in that. The NDC believes in what Nkrumah believes in. That is why the footprints of Nkrumah, you could see that the NDC walks in the footprint of Nkrumah, even though they do not belong to the same political party. But the NDC believes in the ideologies and principles of Nkrumah, the way he wanted to expand and build this nation. And it's a word study in Kwasiafo. They have always stood up against people who want to follow the footprint of Kwame Nkrumah gradually to build this nation from scratch. Until you share their hatred towards JJ Rawlings. Ask yourself, a dear partner JJ Rawlings, these people always had an issue with. Because JJ Rawlings was a military person. Nanka was one of the worst leadership after 1992. But it was when J.A. Kufuor wanted to be president, who said, "Yekuma spread your more on the streets of Ghana." When JJ Rawlings was president, did you see anything like that? No. It is because this political party is not about the people. It is Sir Abrantie, let me tell you. So a Ghana Nina almost Jimmy we now say. Sir Jimmy we the kind of it is something that has been enshrined in their heart and in their heads. They believe and they hate Nkrumah. Any Ghanaian who rises up to follow the footsteps of Nkrumah, these people will kill you. It is what they do. Today, you cannot even ask a simple question. Who killed John Kuma? You can't ask the NPP. Today, is it possible that these same people killed John Kuma because John Kuma believed in the ideologies of Kwame Nkrumah? If you are close to John Kuma, I was close to John Kuma than majority of NPP for. John Kuma would have been the perfect person to pair Jimmy with. But how, at this point, a whole party chairman, Ebetina TV, so can say, Napo Bawumia confirm John Kuma to Chineye. Has Napo spoken about it? Is Napo not human? Can't he defend himself? Can't he say that he knows nothing about this? Can't he come on TV to say all these insinuations I have no knowledge about? He's quiet. He's quiet because the same strategy they used in killing JB Dankwa till date Ekufuado and the rest have not spoken about JB Dankwa. They want to keep it silent like the way they killed JB Dankwa. And Nintina and the Yoku John Kumana, they don't speak about it. Yeah, Freya branches on my police headquarters. DNC. And yet, Chairman, to me, the reason why I honor Napo in fire, because Napo wanted to poison him. He knows. Ni Betina TV so catch and say John Kuma and the Chairman to me were poisoned by Napo because John Kuma was going to be elected as or nominated as the vice president. This guy can kill for power. He does not care. Ghana for on respect to Obia, on saying almost on transfer man and Kasa with Jimmy. Naturally, he's foolish. So a Ghana Nina sa uhu Nkrumah's regime. Now go through a Nkrumah time ebe sinne. Na uhu akwa we so dimnyansa na usa Ghana ni pain in wejimi because you have gone through the mill. You know what really happened. For a fool who cannot get married, can only get married when he has been promised a position to denigrate Nkrumah or so we are Ghana Nina sa oji akwa we dia na usa Ghana ni wejimi. Let me tell you, take tribe out. There's nothing tribe here. It is what the party represents. It is what the NPP believes in. Oh, you're Ghanaian in there and you want to continue the footsteps of Nkrumah, they'll kill you. What this guy said wasn't out of excitement. It was something that has been built in his life when he was a kid. The moment he's part of the NPP, it is his bile. They believe in it and they are not shying away from it. Today they have made it public. The next day they'll take action. Into a young Ghanaian Oshakwa we say Obeye Bawumia vice. This guy can poison Bawumia easy. He can. Because his own people sat on radio to tell us to say he was the one behind the killing of John Kuma. Why can't he do it? Why hasn't he come out to exonerate himself? He is not going to do it because they did it. Why should I make people potential murderers? Why should I make potential murderers my vice president? Because at this point, from the statement from Chairman Wuntumi's own aide, it shows clearly that Napo was contesting for the same position John Kuma was contesting for. And from their own statement, Napo's people and Napo himself, they knew about what happened. I was just expecting Napo to come out and say, instead of Mokani too much, till date. Now, Kwasiebiti just said me MPP, ni we Jimmy. John Kuma has been buried. Somebody's son. This foolish fool is standing on platforms and insulting Nkrumah. You can ask all your chiefs. You can ask your elders. When you step out of Ghana, the world only knows Nkrumah. Nobody else. Let's say, when you step out of Ghana, you can ask your chiefs, your queen mothers, your so-called elders. When you step out of the shores of this country, the only name that people know, and when I say the people, I'm talking about people who are not Ghanaians, who have heard something called Ghana and not Guyana. The only thing they can attribute to Ghana is Kwame Nkrumah. So for a young politician to stand on platform to denigrate Nkrumah, he's good as dead. This guy does not deserve to be on the ballot. He does not deserve to lead any Ghanaian. This guy is a despicable, filthy thief. He's a crazy idiot for any Ghanaian to sit and entertain this fool in their palace. After this guy made that statement, he went to the Western region and Nana Nketia sat in front of this boy for this fool to disrespect him. Nana Nketia could not speak for Kwame Nkrumah. Go to Keten Esikado. Nana Nketia sits there and boasts of Pan-Africanism. He's a CPP person because of greed and power, because of corruption. This chief sat there for this fool to come to the Western region. He could not condemn this guy in the face. Even Yasantua, Komfanochi, their powers could not even cross Ashanti region. People cannot even make any statement against Yasantua, who is not even recognized out of the borders of Ashanti region. Yasantua, she is not recognized out of the Ashanti region. Komfanochi is not known even on the border of Togo. But people are careful what they say about Yasantua and Komfanochi. How much more Kwame Nkrumah and Nana Nketia sits there for this fool to come to the Western region, to come and blow out shit. And then this chief sits there. Tell me you're a Pan-Africanist. You want people to call you to come and speak about Nkrumah. You are a disgrace to chieftaincy and the Hunter people. And this is what politics has done to us. We have denigrated everything that we cherished. We have destroyed everything because we have allowed foolish, stupid, greedy politicians to wipe us off, taking every pride out of us. What makes you people CPP? What makes you Nkrumahist? What makes you somebody who believes in Ghana? This fool is not supposed to stand before anybody. What Bodamukra, this fool is not supposed to stand before you. But you allow this fool to enter your palaces in the Western region. This animal, this fool to denigrate Nkrumah. We have allowed politics to take our pride away. Are you going to come tomorrow and tell me you are a CPP person? Are you going to come tell me you are an Nkrumahist? What makes you an Nkrumahist? You cannot speak for yourself. You cannot speak for what you believe in. You people should be ashamed of yourselves. Go to the cover by you and me beside question keke. And I go to cover by yes na po hini se dewuro. Yenesen ye bobi I go to no obo dewuro rough. In go to go kubas na obo. Say ana obo 2 o'clock 1:55 no obo. Konko hey go to obo dewuro. Hello Kola. Me go for no. Now, free man, there's no boy from. I'm headmaster Vejinawa. Hello, students. Gigging. Today is assembly. Gigging. Free man, one basa or bought from rough. Some call for in a hot woe and like a grand to my bedroom. Hello, Kola.
Hello, Kevin.
Yes, sir. Go ahead.
Kevin, boy, watch him. Kwame, man, Masana Bano.
Kwame, what? 30 seconds, please.
Okay. Kevin Pocho moto moto Okada was screaming Obama wa ye eko bebako muko villages bi wo breku line ho okoto man bi wo ho o moto sinu baye 8 or so no that my young boys no because one kwan angaza kan ndum ngo ho no every Saturday bia from Monday to Saturday na be sales aba no wa hwe motor ni status wa hwe we ni nyina I want to man your with the no beto agi motor ni so no aka cho de o di me e motor ni neat o di to me ye the way o ye no sales a man make no nti we at them my ekere we streamline yina to amano ta system bi e bia ni din dado the motor we the more particular you know ha no wo abazin the motor in on chere papa your company no we ya
me da se jame show yeah you know papa all right hello caller
Uncle.
Yes, go ahead.
Uncle today.
You have a call, Uncle Fancy.
Yeah, no, it's a motor needle. I don't like. Secondly, that's some millions the kind to cry a mobile. Secondly, you need to know about MP4 or I say secondly, papa, that's right. The Kaka didn't get we find the Azanfo be ejuma o ho no be source o ho no one what the politics rule boys and the boys wetin wa ma what kwanu nkuma ni din ko ni kwanu nkuma na wa say Ghana if this time say ho what one wo bra na ho aye basabasa o de ye hyensa ni ya sesa yensa ni ma ye ni ba ho ni eto abapa ni tisekune na takwade o ma yento abapa. I saw one picture when I.
Thank you very much. Hello, caller. Hello. Enti mo amo say Napo Bawumia se dewuro nie. Enti wo hwa Napo Bawumia na eni dewuro na ampa. Napo Bawumia se dewuro. Napo Bawumia se dewuro. Wo be di Kwame Nkrumah tem. Wo hwene se dewuruta. Wodim dewuruta. Eni nie tu Napo Bawumia se dewuruta. Wo be di Kwame Nkrumah tem. Wo hwene se dewuro. Show ways uncle for show we dangerous. Hello caller. I don't Benjamin there. Hello. Napo Bawumia said dewuruta. Unim dewuruta. Enie. Unhini ho said dewuruta. Who be di Kwame Nkrumah time. Yeti kroma. Hello caller. All right.
Hello.
Yes, go ahead. Yeah.
Ambacho me how kakra me wona say ye wo barakasi. Dam hana dam no. Yeah, na go so mi ansa ne nya ensuo kura no me o.
Momo ti dam no ho mu ni nsuo.
Mina maka chiro ni.
Omo ye project bi okuba sinti na dam no. Omo to dam no. Omo boa omo ye kwan wa ha. Omo ye kwan wa e barakase ya. To mo abetwitwa pipelines ni nyina. Ensuo mba de koso o man we mu no. Me da say
omu hia kwan ensuo.
Me da say na po ohwene se dewuruta. Unim dewuruta. Eno nana eye aka say okay. Dewuruta, dewuruta. Ya ka say dewuruta. mo amutie by the fireside no ene na ye bo ansa na obi abetena se konkon on sa ba ku bi wo so ene na light no ken ena kon de wa ase ene na friend de wurita ene na so no ohwene se de wurita konkon ohwene se de ye ohwene se abion ohwene se de wurita ohwene kwase akeka obedi di kwame nkroma atem ohwene se buffalo soldier. Hello Kola.
Kevin.
Yes, Kasabitio.
Hello. Oh, that's it. Daba. Na the Janet nam matwase. Janet nam no ye who open time na who be biala ye bian mesia de wase keep on and keeping on. Thank you very much for coming.
Adamitiwa amatase. Yami shobi group fanti. Hello Kola. Napo ohwene se bonsam de wuruta. Setete no eyire eitama no bonsam gemu kwa ansa na bawuro mu ye de wuro bia ye bo ansa na ye bie pono mu akọ bonsam gem ye fere de wurunta konkon no mo bie pono ohwene se bonsam gem de wuruta. Jimmy Kasaba hat Jimmy ode ye wa ha. Hello Kola.
Me teacher ni
Kasa
nkoma sam no omoba ya no mo sha si change currency no kwame nkoma na pictures a ewo currencies nya omo change ni na nti ya dia well orchestrated ade omo plan so omo person omo ye na bi ono so no otumfo osi otumfo na sisi aso na po beka we no ede bi ono no so eka
Mebacho say thank you very much. Hello caller. Hello caller.
Hello.
Yes, Kasamitio. You're about 7 minutes. Yeah.
Napo. You say Kala. I.
Kawase nyana pasa na ofre. Kawasem. Napo binkwa na meka na asem. Mo na makofa asem abehye me hanne. And then I'm starting show. Nice guy. Hello caller.
Yeah, Kevin.
Meet you.
Yeah, Kevin. Dauta mechiro mu ye. Dauta bibia eye entano eye twins.
De wuru ntafo. Na hwene se de wuru ntafo.
Enta. Ha, de romie. We penifo rep na mechiro mu.
Penifo rep
na Kevin de make no. And I know can be the numbers be better ho say registration eye no. Numbers be very frightening. Why?
All right. Inti penifo representative we show we so na de bia penifo de Jimmy obeka se penifo de Jimmy anye ye ne nkwala no. We na gine mu man penifo ro ha. O see de wuro ntafo de from de wuro nta. Inti na po o hwene se de wuro ntafo. Ya po. Na po o hwene se de wuro ntafo. Jimmy. Agwa mejuma me de wonhwene se de wuro ntafo din kwase asamti yesi na po de hwene se de wuro akoko ene akoko de akoko ene odale na po wonhwene se akoko de odale de wuro ntafo. Hello ya pon.
Hello.
Yes sir, go ahead.
Yo Kevin, good evening.
Good evening.
Me bajo we
Aboko be we
yo bedase me ka African tambo me di bon femenu.
Okay. Tambo for Montoma Felicia J. She's wonderful.
Tambo
South Montoma Felicia J. On the solid. Why you might be that? But when it's mada or direct Montoma no. Tambo South for straight up.
Me bajo bedase.
Because I'm with you.
Yo Kevin, what them is there? MPP womu communicators somuti FM joa ana somuti radio station uti bibi so mu bodi se Kwame Nkrumah duma pa obeye uti bi
da bi omun kabida enti
ngofo we de omu tamaso omu kosuruba from afi we de omu ko me da se
na po ohwene se dewuro akwele ni akoko Enkranfo na chiro bra mi o we enkranfo na chiro ye bi mbom din me pentafo enkranfo ntaf de wuro ntafo na po ohwene se akwele ene akoko akwele ni akoko ohwene se de wuro ntafo akwele ni akoko na frafrafo kro ntafo mo ka de sen frafrafo ntafo frafrafo mo ye ntafo ye ka de sen mo ma me hu frafrafo mo ye ntafo because see hu nkranfo de no ohwini se akwele ni akoko de wuro. Hello caller.
Hello Mr. Kevin.
Yes sir.
FM we are the street here.
Yeah kasa.
Pastor Mr. Kevin. Say we are wasani. We are nzimani. Na so je MPP achi. Itafo ene ma fo ya de ba kupa yinya ne Ghana ha ne kwame kroma o so obeje Ghana di si wo o so obe alpapa Ghana na se ngofo we e di kwame kroma tem now for
oh I'm sorry online am sorry Napo yes ohwini se de wuro ntafo ye kan frafremu a ohwini se ayene ene ayambila de wuro ntafo obankremu a ohwini se akwele de akoko oba frafrabu a ohwini se ayeni ene ayambila ohwini se de wuro ntafo frafrabu yesi a ayifo krobofo de wuro ntafo ye kan say krobofo na po ohwini se de wuro ntafo krobofo hello kola ayeni ni ayambila hello kola hello tia
hello David
yes guys am upon aga 7 minutes dey upon
mi le ko bala
alagbala kasa
mi le ko bala
kasa
esi wonu ni
jiwonu be jina so sa ni eyire fuso na sama sa
akwaba wa yo Kevin ansa na obekọ break no wo di sambi ba ya fa na po ho oni talo oye wa ho
yeah
na asasamo no akosi sen
meba ho sisi a wudi I say wudi de bia me free ba
meba ho sisi aso ka kire se o nyame ya do kro o be jeli Napo ama no ni court enam onu talefo kro no na omugbo no asasamo no me
jiwonu mate ye be ka wasem ye be wadwuma be da se jiwonu se sia no Napo ye hu se enkramu no ye se dewuruta e kire se akwele ni akoko ohwini se dewuruta ohwini se akwele ni akoko ena ba fraframu a ohwini se dewuro ntafo no eye ayeni ene ayambila enti aro ba krobo mu a krobo no e de ayi e ba ahuna kasem a ohwini se atwu ene atwupe ahunafo de ahunafo se ohwini se dewuro ntafo no eno ahunam no ye se ohwini se atwubi ene atwupe ahunafo ekuya bodika na ahunafo we bi ma me efre ekuya bodika na ahunafo we atwupi ene atwupe ohwini se dewuro ntafo ahunam ena wan biem ayi ato ene atovi ohwini se dewuro ntafo eno ya ahunafo eno no na ayifo ayi sisalafo ena wan fo biem hausa for Mr. Article yes ohwini se dewuro ntafo eno no hausa bi ya kan san ohwini se dewuro ta mapon be vako bia biem yes ahunafo se ohwini se atuni ate atu ene ate ohwini se dewuro ntafo obedidi kwame nkromatam ohwini se bombolastic ohwini se bi fantastic bombolastic fantastic shaggy ohwini se ohwini se fantastic bombastic shaggy hey Mr. Lover ohwini se ohwini se bombastic fantastic shaggy hey Mr. Lover oh Napo obedidi kwame nkoma ohwini is ya there hausa for say ohwini se dewuro nta no hausa kind of tagu yiye ohwini se tagu yiye dewuro ntafo hausa for sa do beka no ye kan kasa bia bi no mate ase moa ohwini se tagu yiye just say dewuro nta sisala for say hantonga banton sisala for say ohwini se dewuro ntafo no aseche say ohwini se hantong banton ene ye sisala ohwini se dewuro ntafo ohwini se hantong banton ena hwanfo biem eyi enzima ohwini se penyi indanchia o enzima fo se ohwini se penyi ene indanchia ene ye dewuro nta ena de biem last one ohwini se agrobeto yapon aka 5 minutes yapon tie me ya Yapon aka tip makodi da pochi ba tie me. Bye bye. O hwene se Napo. O hwene se Shaba ranks. Hey, Shaba. Hey, Shaba ranks. When Mr. Shaba ranks say, what say I nenyum way. Girl as a sentence. American, Canada, and US. Shaba, the hwene se kura. O Napo o hwene se Shaba. O hwene se Shaba. Girl as a sentence. American, Canada, and USA. Tingalinga. O hwene se tingalingaling. O wano so na goto. Wano se kakraka. Wano so ultimate to a dance hall. I wow, tepatwa also tepatwa. O de na gala na wure nipa. And the sa patwa ni gina no kure. Girl as a sentence. American, Canada, and USA. Tingalingaling. Na po o hwene se tingalingaling. When the government go matter. Monte pato abati Ghana na munu na nkofo. Monte pato abusha Ghana fo. E na mhwem konte, e na mhwem bente. Ela sesale sade nyina pato de nyina nya no kure. Sa boboa. Mo na mo choro no dem. Monte Ghana na munu na nkofo. Sa na efie die ya bi. Wo sha wo bente, e na wo bente to ate. E na mo di wura ye. Na po ohwene sa tingalingaling. Tingalingaling. School boys are ring. Lesbian Mashamala can say, puya. Oh, it is so many of them. And we are going to show you all these things because your person Ghana 40 as yes say. Your person Ghana 40 as yes say. Thank you, Mr. S. What you are seeing today, a play, the NPP, sa play we ma trat wo and you Ghanaians mona mo be act wo sa movie nim sa play no mona mo be act omo di nka trat wo ejapade ne ade eda ho. Who are the actors? You are the actors. Mona mo go defend omo crime. Mona mo be campaign amomo. Mona Bawumia be use mo. Mona MPP be use mo. They have written their play and they are picking you people to act for them. At the end of the day, play and there, they will go to the gate man and take the monies they have made. So what did you? So when did you? So they just needed you to be on stage to perform. I'm asking a simple question. The same Napo Bawumia told you before 2020. You see, Oba betia rent ama every single youth Ghana mebunubia or Ghana. The question is, has he been able to deliver this? Does he even speak on this? Does he even speak on it? When he gets the opportunity, does he even speak on the promises he has made already? But today, as we speak, he's making some crazy promises again because it's a play. Who is going to act? You are going to act. Wana mo nebechi sorokuno, wa was antase na obechi sorokuno, wo hene na ope corruption se eche wontoma no. Wo penyin toto na wo person be Ghana wo na wo be play wo na wo be act o act here, they will make money out of you. How did they make money? They are going to be making billions through different means. Wo acting inti wo gina stage performing no gate man na ji sika na wo perform no mo wi om be ji sa sika no. So most of you guys are more Ghana mo di MPP no. They have written a script and you people are acting in it. Because you are foolish. Because you have short memories. Now, Yetikroma and these same people told us Ghana to get back on PayPal by 2020. Is Ghana back on PayPal? This is the same man walking across the nation. He catch Ghana for say make him president. Obusan said, why do you want to be president? Or say, oh, Jimmy to make me president. Oh, I was mate. He's not telling you. The main reason why he wants to be president is to help those who have destroyed you become more powerful. That's all. And who is going to make him president? Who is going to make those powerful? And mo amobe active or movie nimuno. Sa play no matrono. Mo na mobe active. Why does he want to be president? He has not been able to tell you. He always tells you, because I'm a mate. Because my driver and Jimmy. Because I have a different vision than my driver. Why do you want to be president? Ontuminka. A dear na wo catch a dear na wujina so. Ontuminka. Now, these are the same people. This is the same man. Mahamudu Bawumia, Okada, Trotro, taxi drivers can swap old cars, bikes for new cars. 2020, no, the win election. Omuchros play mamo, and I'm acting in it. They made money for the past 4 years. I must try another script, mamo. Mwana muchi Okada, mwana muchi Trotro, car na Bawumia car se or the bremono. Samia ukumu bejina stage, ewo airdien, circle, catch mu Okada for se omo be mamo cars and cars in a way. Sometimes when you talk to people, because they don't want to accept the truth, from 7 January 2017, nobody has paid, no taxpayer has paid money to Sami Jemfi. No taxpayer has paid money to John Mahama. No taxpayer has paid money to Joyce Bauer. Taxpayer BNI Ghana with Sikama NDC Nibia. From January 7, 2017, Ebesine. Every tax it has been paid to Samia Uku. It has been paid to Bawumia. It has been paid to Okyehene. It has been paid to Jefferson Saki. It has been paid to Akusia Menu. It has been paid to Samira. It has been paid to Rebecca Kufuado. Jan Kroma. It has been paid to Bidi Etu and his wife. Every single revenue Yaji Jibia Diamas Ankofui, including Achichidie Ekufuado. Now, I will say, and when people start to talk, then you question the wealth in this shortest time. The question is, people like Samia Uku, Ejuma Ben normal yet to this point, because at this point, as I sit here, I've not paid any money to anybody in the NDC for the past 8 years. No. Samia Uku Kosia vocational skills was the DND Lagos. Today he's one of the richest men in Ghana. How did he make his money? Samia Uku was just a youth organizer near to Kromha and a Okyehene. Ne yirea okofarechi ebechre mansions upon mansions Okyehene in the space of 4 years. Till now, we're making the billions of investment. We pay our taxes to Okyehene because he works at the Jubilee House. And Samuel Abujina Pokachere say the number of Ensasia or no war Ghana no ahimfu bebre or Ghana munibi. Samuel Abujina Po before 2016 we need to get some things right. Let us not let some fools ye busa de ninsasim and ye busa ninsam. As I sit here, I cannot go after somebody the taxpayer is not paying. I'll be a fool to do that. Why should I be investigating John Mahama? I don't pay taxes to John Mahama. Why should I be investigating an NDC former minister? He's not in office. Why should I be investigating somebody who was in office and no more in office? Why should I skip somebody who is currently in office, who is supposed to answer questions and tell me what he or she has done with my money for the past 8 years? So where is the argument coming from? These young boys, they had nothing. Today, Samia Ukune, Okyehene, Jefferson Saki, Agosia Menu, Samuel Abujina Po, all these people are billionaires in Ghana. And they know the houses they are buying in America and buying in the UK. Whose money is it? We've gotten pensioners, any teachers, 30 to 40 years. They cannot afford a 2-bedroom house. Their pension money has been taken away from them. And these fools, these criminals, we have failed to question their wealth. We have failed to ask them how they came by the money they have now. But we are looking at the opposition we don't pay taxes to. Actually, where Jimmy? Nana B, go to Kumasi. Otumfo said to Ahimfuni Binim. Oba Asafo. The lands Nana B is taking in Asafo. I have documents to show you. Unim Sika Nana B area. Do you know government lands, these people? Go to Kumasi. And they all know these things. Why are we not questioning these people? Why are we not asking them where they got the money from? Why are we now refusing to question the people who's almost to go ask people who don't have access to the food? Why are we being stupid? Why are we making people divert our attention from accountability? Why are we allowing ourselves to be used by some group of people who think that they are entitled to lead? Samuel Uku to Eugene Ahin to all these people I've mentioned, can they account for the money they have made? How much are they paid? And that is what we need to do as young people. We need to question the people we are paying. I will never waste my time on an NDC person because I don't pay a dime to anybody in the NDC. If a member of parliament who is being paid by the taxpayer, I can investigate that member of parliament when their issue comes up because he's being paid by the taxpayer. But an ordinary NDC person who has no portfolio, I will not waste my time on that person whilst I want Kofua who are stealing, who are making billions, and we don't want to question those people. Actually, Jimmy, we don't want at the end of the day to save this nation. Inti yenja enda dieno na ochina ni embekana. Why are we destroying this nation? Okay, the same Bawumia. This is what he told us. Flashback: Trotros in Ghana to go digital in 2020. Before 2020, omu trust script mamo. Omu dimusi scripting. And I'm just say Trotro be called digital in 2020. And I'm called Tuaba. And the Trotro be now called digital in Ghana. Why is anyone listening to Bawumia? Adentina ahemfu bimpo Emma Bawumia the opportunity to enter their palaces. Why are young Ghanaians entertaining Bawumia? What happened to all these things he said to you? What has happened? A whole political party has been in power for 16 years. J.A. Kufuor, the 8 years. These people have been in power less than 3 months. They'll be 16. They have spent 16 years in power. We can't question them. We cannot say that they are corrupt. The things that we know, can't we question them? Who are they? Why are chiefs? Why are queen mothers? Are they not software a protected crime? Do you want us to wait for another political party to come to power before we speak? How are we going to get results? Now, see this. There's Mahmoud Bawumia today. Before, Okada, Trotro drivers can swap old cars. I've told you. Now, let me show you something. And that's sorry, Mahmoud Bawumia has come out with a new message. Me catch you before we went on break. Me catch you Ghana for say the NPP, they have no message and they've never had a message from Edubuahin's time till date. So we study Ghana politics. When you about say akwe analyze Ghana politics. The NPP has never come up with any genuine idea, any genuine policy to help this nation. Never. Unless you don't want to be honest to yourself. From 1992, the NPP has not come up with anything. And I can challenge any Ghanaian on my platform. Every single person on my platform can challenge any Ghanaian. Said the NPP came up with a genuine idea being SIDA. Yes, Statifri Kufuor. Every single thing that Kufuor spoke about had already been implemented. National health insurance. It was being implemented even Kwame Nkrumah time, J.J. Rawlings time, Atamel's time. There was nothing extraordinary about J.A. Kufuor NHIS. And you people know. We can talk about numerous things that the NPP just garnished through their media, the Akan media. The NPP has not come up with any genuine idea to date. Every single thing I better say NPP Akano, they carve it out of the genuine idea of the NDC. And one day we will take our time and step back. You will see say every single thing. Now, then and can they free SHS on them? The first time we heard free SHS, 2014-15. So why is today free SHS something new? And we have been able to prove to you, say, it has been in the constitution for all these years. So what is new? The reason why the NPP is doing everything possible to hold on to free SHS is because they know it does not belong to them. It belongs to the constitution. The constitution of Ghana drafted free SHS, not a political party. So why today Adentina, a whole political party is bent on making sure Monfamaya because they have never had a genuine idea or Mankasa crafty it Ebwa Ghana. They've never had it. Mr. P. They have never had it. It is a wood study, and it is becoming obvious. Me catch them before our break. Mahamudu Bawumia can never come up with a message. Never. Because there's no message. The NPP was born out of lies. They have never had a message from day one. Ebesinde. This is the guy who is knowledgeable. The Bawumia, and then the policy didn't say mobile betua mobile money amagana mobile phones amagana for inti ono na buy ne bar na okoto mobile phone na esi abuy ne beboa ma wetua 1 cedi 2 cedi 1 cedi 2 cedi. Me catch them say these people are idiots. Omunim nyansa de chechire man a slogan. Today a young man in Ghana ohie dwuma. A young woman or Ghana or year Juma. Wako school 4 years, 5 years. Wabetina ne papa chain Emma di obedi kura edding or treat table and sana wada. This same young man you told him 8 years ago. So would he be a friend Napko aba? Would he be a friend the you start aba? Ebema ne Juma masani pada believe you ebema to me. For 8 years you have been paid millions to take care of yourself and your slave queen wife. Wait to me, enya sikama wo yire papa enya ambassadorial job. Wo yire nuanom enya positions wo Bawumia. You have made billions of dollars. All the promises that you promised these young people who basically thought that you are truthful, you have ignored them for the past 8 years. For the past 8 years. You are the same person who came to tell them in their nursing training colleges. Kachiramu say, you are going to make life better for them, create more job opportunities. They should give you their vote for 8 years. Today, these young people, omuni omu maamene omu papa no munete. Ebi muntumi nto draws enhye oba besia sebi obunin sa echire okosu chire bema ema ne mani sika koto pat. These people believed say na nyanse bi a obetumi asesa omobra for 8 years. And the funny thing is, for the past 8 years, your salary and blockade bakumpo. Every single car pay the amount. A dime be a person dem unya. Utu kwan bi a sa brantie we mbaba we any chia or first class. A jantra for ugu omoso. These same young people omo taxes 52 billion. Almost $12 billion a year 2020. These monies are these young people, their own monies. But can be chiromo no mu se woni munyansa. But can be chiromo no mu se when put there we Jimmy but or trese at least onim nyansa. O sa ka chiromo say nyansa wo nyina na say oba ebo mo mato mobile ato phones na omotuaka. We Jimmy. Are you foolish? How do you think as an individual? The only way a politician able to make sa audacity to do that and then say, Mahamudu Bawumia does not respect Ghanaians. He made this statement at Savannah region. Bawumia does not respect Northerners. Hey? And the Gonja King has sent a message that Ben Awoti said on Hinekesiesa Nibuofua to the point where he's releasing a statement says Samuel Abujinapo does not have to come close to his land. It is because these people titru entafo no more MPP muno omo huntafo so mo Jimmy, and that is something they have done for years. And internet today, because Bawumia has no message, make catch remo. We have done communication. We have followed politicians. We have analyzed these two political parties. I swear to God, Mahamudu Bawumia is one of the most daft politicians Ghana has ever produced. Me say, Yatia Sano, at my age, you don't need to tell me what I want to believe in. No. At my age, me dimoko edinchine, minim dia me ye eye ene dia nye. At my age, I have 2 kids. I have a wife. Me nyakwara. I have seen matua about Ghana. Me tear politicians left and right. I have looked at their lifestyle. I have looked at things that they can do. This group of people led by Bawumia, they are the most dirtiest, low-thinking individuals in the history of the Republic. Yepe abaya omunya the opportunity to change the lives of Ghanaians. Na ye MPP fuwi. Time omuji ede the power from John Mahama. Everything had been set for them. From consolidated fund to ESLA to our education to our economy, all the way to the level of infrastructure. Everything had been set. All that they had to do was to step on the pedal for it to move smoothly. That's all. The amount of oil and coffee in the history of the Republic, that opportunity. The amount of revenue and coffee in the history of Ghana, opportunity and coffee. So you could see clearly that there are a bunch of fools who can think. And internet today, with all the things going on, Mahmoud Bawumia catch the Ghana youth to say, "Mame kwai me be president, na me mwa on the tough phone with Jimmy." And then yes, with Jimmy Keku, or whom so with Jimmy into all didn't say, na didn't a smart mouth. Because you see, Oma who kwai so being treated so a Jimmy Fua, and no treated so a Jimmy Fua, oh say Oba on the bear matino, or man who kwai na bear man bono. I keep saying here, and I keep saying this, where Jimmy are. And no be treated so Jimmy for when you give yourself the chance to be seen as a fool, people will treat you like a fool. Oba or pese bema bono no, or no man who kwama bema bono. Because Oba onim se bema near dangers of a bono, best son in your marco. A trade you with Jimmy. And I even though ye bono no the hotel. At this point in our lives, now Obi ka 24-hour economy, creating job. Creating opportunities, not for just the youth, creating opportunities for artisans, creating opportunities for people who basically, at the end of the day, want to also create opportunity for other people. People talking about 24 economy, touching every sector of the economy, which is in line with the National Development Plan, which at the end of the day, every single Ghanaian, whether in the city or in the village, will get access to government help. Will get access to be able to also create opportunity for their fellow Ghanaian. We are talking about 24-hour economy. Somebody at Nawaka Emba Women's Bank. Senebeya Emma can walk into a bank boldly and access money to take care of their business. We are talking about another party telling you, say, today as we sit in Ghana, as we live, they are going to streamline a lot of idea in Juma for people to create opportunities for themselves and for other people. Solid, groundbreaking policies that are practical, that can basically, at the end of the day, if 80% of it is implemented, 70% of unemployed people in Ghana will get jobs to do. And majority of them are not even going to be dependent on the government. They are going to be self-sufficient by creating their own employment. Then the opponent who is still in power tells you, say, to Obama me. Now to Obama me. Otofuna nama buao now the 1 city, 2 city. How long is that going to go on? And this is what you want a debate from, and you want John Mahama to come and stand on the stage to debate this clown? Are we foolish? There's nothing to debate here. There is nothing to debate. John Mahama will be the greatest fool to share a platform with Bawumia to debate on what? To debate on phones. Mahama need people who are intellectually sound to debate, and not this kind of jokers. We are talking about serious issues here. We are not fooling. We are not joking. Ghana is at the brink. We are almost done. We need hard-thinking people to make decisions. And you get the opportunity to talk to the young man walking out there, say, maybe the president, atoma me na otofuna na maboa mu wotua. We Jimmy. Na jantre ni kro ne be ma send da on to iPhone 15. Jantre form nam Ghana, ne be ma tre kra to iPhone 15. Is that your policy? Your policy is to buy phones for people? Policies. And you see, there's a reason why people call John Mahama a visionary. The pace, Bamenka be been there. The pace are not John Mahama Eddie Ghana Aircorn, and I said the NDC as a political party, the pace they were taking Ghana. No, sometimes I don't blame Ghanaians. We did not understand it. It was new. Idea unim. Something you have no idea about. You have no idea about. What you don't know, you don't know. So when something new is thrown at you, and it's thrown at you at a pace where you are not allowed to soak or exhaust it well, what happens is, what Atigya would say, Sadieno is basically something harmful. And from 2012 all the way to 2016, in fact, let me start it from Atamil's time, from 2010, because John Mahama was Atamil's vice president. The kind of thing now, Atamil's, and John Mahama most started throwing at Ghanaians, you know, it was too new to us. It was so difficult for us to understand. We got so shocked to the point where it is said what call a sorry be. Now you were not expecting something so powerful. Now ura sorry them wha. You thought to say, oh, what have we been invited to? Software without tenenka. But ura sorry them wha. The kind of things are software and in the details, any hidden secret even one kasakrano refibia software no. One shay na say one ye very very steady. Why you be soft for the cramp no ebonsam? Because the amount of things any your ma obe reveal no, you might find it difficult to absorb. You might find it difficult to understand and to say this man of God is actually genuine and he's telling me things. And this one you're very careful. San your man betuma ba one kasan ebesha wo soma wa adwena ye say ebia sofo ne obi akodi wo ho nkomo and a sofo no e ready wa brabo mu nsam kirew. The pace ana John Mahama Eddie Ghana Echo, the level of advancement, the way the NDC plotted Ghana's development and how they basically implemented it, you know, they too myopic. Now you now you do that level to absorb those things all at the same time. Because imagine you live in Accra. Adiabechini see UGMC. Your whole life. Anything close to UGMC, a TV so now a movie so now. Imagine you have lived in Accra for a long time. Suddenly, Ridge Hospital now Uchema Ayefino. It is being built in a different way. You see the data center or Tamale, regional hospital is just cropping up. You get what I mean? You are in a community. Now, Odikro, young man, don't say you see chip compound. Don't say you see E-block, if you don't take time, you a politician because what you don't know, who will be that. The pace at which these things are coming, you might think that the person is doing it for power. It's majority of Ghanaians are now more finding it difficult to understand the path. And not John Mahama and NDC person of the economy. At a point, they thought to say NDC was doing it for power, but the NDC was doing it because that is their mandate. That is what the party represents. It's a social democratic party. It is their responsibility to make sure these things are done. In 2014, 15, 16. Even when John Mahama was implementing free SHS, building schools, Ghanaians thought to say, why are they doing this? Why do you have to do this? You want power, that is why you are doing that. But they didn't know, say, at the long run, it was a vision that had been carved a long time ago. It has been a vision. Ghana for we were supposed to start, but because of delay and what we call procrastination, into government upon government could not go to the pace John Mahama was going. Into Utmiu ahemfo unipa atitru, they still did not understand, because majority of the time they see all these things when they travel abroad, and they thought to say Saban now in this short pace, this government led by this young man is building this Temahabo phase 2, doing this. Then people start to question and say, almost to me, but they were not looking at the long term. the long term day impactor ebeboa Ghana. Inti majority of Ghanaians were confused. They didn't understand. And you know, the NPP were on the sidelines confusing Ghanaians and telling Ghana for say, so when say John Mahama see hospital wo Ukruma because opportunity. So when say NDC ship compound wo Ukruma, it is because opportunity. So when say NDC regional hospital wo Asantimemua because opportunity. The NPP were at the end of the day confusing the people. But it is the mandate of every political party to make sure, say, these basic things are put together to help the citizenry. Now, near to Kromha, 2020 elections. From nowhere, John Mahama Kachere say, Okada, which has come to stay, Sa Okada no, obe streamline Okada no. It was new. It was shocking. It was surprising. But there's one thing too we could not fight. Okada had come to stay. Every single poor man or rich man in Ghana, lawyer, judge, every teacher or policeman, welder or a mason, every single person in Ghana, we were doing what? We were patronizing Okada. But when John Mahama came and said, this thing we are patronizing, that has become part of our lives, we, the NDC, we want to streamline it so that at the end of the day, it will benefit you, the citizenry, it will also create opportunities. The NPP came back again, and I'm catching Ghana for say, he wants power. But every Ghana Nibia or Shemi and Adrinim say, the people who fall below the poverty line, your source of transportation or form of transportation is either Okada or Pragya. You cannot buy a car. You cannot join VIP. You cannot hire a Uber. Your only source of transportation is Okada. So why would you, as a Ghanaian, not say this is a good idea? In fact, this thing started slowly. It has gotten to the point whereby everybody is taking it. Somebody wants to streamline it. Or per se, ebe jina te se sibia yefo taxi a unsuro. Or per se ebe jina tibia sene yefo VIP basa also unsuro. Or per se ebe jina sene ebe ya yebenya areshemu ama imbebru ni bini Ghana fo bi enye edwuma aye efrimu. But the NPP quickly through Samia Uku, they came to Edian second omkachira mu say Mamun Tuma John Mahama Okada ekunipa in Ghana ade ekunipa kese e car in Ghana ade ekunipa kese wo Ghana e car. And so Samia Uku any MPP for any Bawumia and Kanjo say Mamun fo car biem efise car be kumo almost say John Mahama nko aka say obe streamline Okada nko dia ebekumo inti uti Ghana fobi ade na John Mahama nkofa na yire ne mma embechi Okada. See, so now the vision that was supposed to change lives, the NPP, they were able to tell the people, said that vision that was going to create opportunities, that vision, it is dangerous. Recently, I traveled. I went to Brazil. I went for a wedding with my family, and I stayed in Rio de Janeiro. Everybody knows the Rio. Muamako Brazil, you know the Copacabana beach, the neighborhood I lived. It's one tourist destination. Brazil is a big country. Now, me call Brazil, I realized to say there are a lot of Okadas in Brazil. And it's not just Okada, Nipati. When you go to Brazil, when it comes to Okada, I'm a friend moto taxi. Moto taxi. When you go to Sao Paulo, when you stay at Rio, their source of transportation is Okada. 90% of the people are almost the middle class and below. Majority of them are motorbikes. So I was like, what's going on here? This is Brazil. This is Rio. This is where the world basically enjoyment the obwa Brazilian bat near the I can't smell the Kibiaka. Ebu I said no wife go beach I said me I said no fast I said me stretchy say I said oh I did I guess so. But I was in that country for 2 weeks and I realized to say the Okada business, it is not a joke in Brazil. In fact, I didn't go to Brazil to work. There was one thing my daughter Zara Debbie catch me. Every time I tell that you're working, we are going to Brazil. Don't bring your laptop. She knows. And I said, I'm not going to work. We are going for Zav's wedding. After that, we will stay for a week. But when we got to Brazil, I was like, no, there's something happening here. We all need to know. It is Okada Brazil. Okada. There are two types of Okada. They basically they are into. They have what we call the motor taxi and what we call the motor delivery or motor courier. Now, these two types of Okada in Brazil, so about Brazil, every single person takes motorbike. And it's so interesting to the point whereby motorbike riders, whether delivery or those who have passengers behind them, they all one way or the other work with the company. One way or the other, they have unique numbers. And when I say unique numbers, they are registered. And the people in Brazil have come to that realization, say, you cannot run the economy of Brazil without Okada, without motor delivery. In fact, in Brazil, they have motor Uber. Do you know? Motor on call. You can call Okada like the way you call Uber. Yeah. In Brazil, in Rio, you can basically go on an app and go find a motor and say, I am standing in front of Asmesi Church. The way you order Uber, they have Uber motor in Brazil. Uber. And they have different kinds of their applications. People, Uber delivery. What them say Uber na ewo Ghana na. Uber Eat to America. They have Uber motorbikes in Brazil. I employ a chunk of the youth. You know that. Now, in 1994, around 94, 96 is when Okada started in Brazil. 1994. How did it start? So when you read, I'll go back to read a history of how Okada started or motor delivery started. It was a banker. Some guy used to work at the bank and I'll talk about 10 motorbikes. And I'll start the man call for say, I'm find short distance. That is how motor taxi, sound number friend, motor taxi or motor delivery started in Brazil. When you go to Sao Paulo, when you go to Rio, they are all over the place. Now, you will need a license before you can be a motor taxi rider or a delivery guy. You will need a legitimate license, like any ordinary Ghanaian who has a license. And also, fast forward in 2009, the Brazilian Senate got to know, say, Okada has come to stay. The Senate, and I say in Ghana, I say, Abia Parliament. They came to that realization, said, no, Okada has come to stay. So in 2009, the Brazilian Senate approved the standards. I'm going to say, okay. You see, I will say, everywhere you pass in Brazil, there's somebody doing Okada delivery or passenger wise. Until the Senate or the Congress says, say, then we want to do what? We want to approve the standards. You need to have some things before you can ride this. See, the government did not take over, but then the government slowly wanted the people to understand that they have recognized the Okada. They cannot get rid of the Okada. They cannot cancel it out because majority of the people are taking Okada and some people are using it for delivery. So the government took a decision. Now let us put a standard. Let us do what? Approve a standard. That's our standard in the Uhia and Sana wait to me echi Okada in Brazil. So what did they do? What they did is they said the age and Sana wait to me motor taxi and I said motor delivery, no, you need to be 21 years and over. And also you have to also have a category A license. So in Ghana, you need to have the bike, you need to have a license into when the friend streamlining. So the Brazilian Senate decided to do what? Streamline it in a way send at least people will know, say this kind of business is being regularized. Because if you don't, it is not going anywhere. You as a government, you need to find a way to make sure people who are riding motorbikes as delivery men or as taxis, they are at least going through a process before they can be on the street. So you need to be 21 years, you need to have a license license, and you need to also pass some tests before you can be a motor taxi or a delivery person. Now, all this, people attended training before they could get on the street to ride a bike. In fact, when you go to Brazil, you're on Okada for private companies. Some people do it for themselves. In fact, there are some people who work for Uber, Okada Uber, and I said delivery Uber. There are different ones. There are people who work for those private companies because some of the private companies, they pay better than Uber. And when I talk about Uber, Okada Brazil, Uber delivery or Brazil. Some people decide to work for themselves or work for other companies because the rate at which they are paid per a kilometer or a mile, those companies pay. And remember, all these companies are being regulated. They have to pass a standard. They have to have some license before they can say this person is working for us. So technically, the government, even though it's not directly involved, is having the overall oversight, and I say yes, the oversight of every Uber activity in the country. So Brazil, Okada is not a joke. I've seen it myself. I went there myself, and one day, I wasn't feeling too well. I told myself I need to share this story with Ghanaians. So I decided to use my phone. With the Miami phone, I'm going to my iPhone, this same guy. I decided to basically go on the streets and do a short video about when it comes to delivery with motorbikes in Brazil and motor taxi or my friend Okada. I decided to do a short video on free real, on also by real cap, also by pepper or by an construction. Now construction will say you ding on to me yet. And no who say Okada or delivery. Now the amount of money on your delivery are the same as doing construction job. He was talking about how young people are into motor delivery, and that is just one sport. They have different companies, over 20 bikes, 30 bikes. Young men are all there. They have their bikes, they are working, they are making a living. This is real. John Mahama said he wanted it to be like this. He wanted to streamline it. A young man can also create opportunity for themselves. We cannot all sit in the office. You need a level of intelligence in your pay. But all that we can do as a nation is to make sure as we move forward, you may be a baby to you bet me a shaping year affecting the. We all understand. Okada be a start here today cry a year before, but we can still do better by making sure the right qualification and right trainings are given and the right and protection by the government is given for people to also create opportunities for themselves. Now, I decided to say okay. Now let's go to Omuye Okada Nankasa. What makes them different? Do they have unique numbers? Are they also doing a different thing? Okada swa ewo Brazil how is it? Now so Brazil na so Okada na. They have different spots. And every spot we have omu unique color, omu use any unique number. Into every single rider on the street of Rio or a unique number identify and say you this Okada, so you're violet, so you're blue, so you're greener. You work with a particular company, you have a unique number, and if anything happens, then I know where to go to question the authority. Even in Brazil, they have been able to, at the end of the day, as a government, constantly distracting me. As a government, they have been able to make sure, those times illegal, almost streamline, into it is organized. And baby Obekobia or Kala Omuyuzi. Into they all belong to respective companies they work for. Into Dana we have a lot of motor riders in Ghana, passenger ones. Aden the yentumi streamline and create mama. This second guy too was working in construction. Wejai or see why ye Okada 1995 no start Okada 1995. Na 2020 John Mahama say I was a Ghana 40 ase. Na Eden na yetumi streamline no. No NPP for Samia Ukumu said dabi uchi Okada obe wuni nyansa. This is real. This is Brazil. This is Brazil. They even have QR code. They call Okada on phone. Also no QR code. Omo code in our matari, omo jacket into betuma scan it. You get every information about the rider. You get every information about the company that rider works for. And the kwasiebi jina okacho say to abama no meto phone ma na o metua o phone ma. And the MPP phone message. You took Ghana for omo tiasie. Obie ni obetuma kachem so Okada business is bad business. When it is streamlined, it's never bad business. Eye ejuma e create uni nipa dodo mo real. Brazil so check Ghana 500,000 times. Brazil. And so check Ghana 500,000 times. Only the number of people in Brazil are the delivery and Okada. And all these people are proud of the job. And the people have come to accept it. So why are we doing this to ourselves? This is a policy from 2020. We were all supposed to support it and insist the government streamlines it. And the acronym and way from the NPP. They keep lying to you people. Ghanaians, Mamika be bin trouble. Sa NPP for we, they are bad news. A tribe ain't no party, and yet Ghana. Hey, today in Ghana, this is a story every single Ghanaian should be peeved about. And you know the reason why majority of the people they have issues with Okudjato Ablakwa, and Nipadodua omo issue with Okudjato Ablakwa no account for titru asante for. And I'm going to say it. You see, the work Okudjato Ablakwa or Ghana no. So once obia di Okudjato Ablakwa tem. On say mrebi yete se nkofo bi Kumasi aye press conference. Ese Okudjato Ablakwa de ni esi account for MPs ho and ogu omu ase. But they could not bring one document to say so Okudjato Ablakwa asemo kan oboa. Ejuma Okudjato Ablakwa ye his oversight responsibility as a member of parliament today in Ghana. Now say oh Ghana ni na oh a problem with it. Now what's our Ghana ni wadwini wo form. And yes sorry ya. Apart from nsase ankofo we area. Listen. Someone mun nsase a MPP for area aban nsase a anka ya Ghana ni a anka wo se MPP gina ha anka obetwam. Remember, in Sasia and Kofo through Galamsey, almost said no Ghana. Yankan once a move. And the Menoka say Ghana Water Company for the statement about say a ya asantimemu, Barakesin Suno, a ye Ghana Water Company for almost say almost by 2 machines, Munim. So I'm before one can. And the Ghana Water Company say because of Galamsey, because asantimemu himfo, Ediomu aji Galamsey mu omubi. Almost 7 months into Ghana Water Company. Barakesin Suna Monomo Santimim, and they almost almost 2 for almost a week. Adaya, I was almost machines near. If we say a thing in the chemicals, almost the sunny insulin into minty. Intend Oba, Ghana Water Company, almost say a hefa. Before I met was my mom announcement, almost say baby to say Ghana Water Limited has announced that it will conduct repair works on the 900mm transmission line at Breman Ahemfu due to perforation. The repair is a result of the drainage construction from the Swame roundabout to Breman Ahemfu on July 12, 2024, which caused damage to the transmission line. To facilitate the repairs, Ghana Water Limited, in a statement on Monday, July 22nd, requested the closure of the Barakesi water treatment plant on Wednesday, July 24th, to allow Ghana Water Limited engineers to work on restoring the transmission lines. The affected areas will include Swame, Tafo, Pankrono, Asokwa, Bantama, Sokoban, Kronom, Barakesi, Menshia, Otumfu Ankasasa Aseso, Oforukrom, Kwadaso, Atasamanso, Kochi, Edum, KNUST, blah 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 blah. The issue here is enye interchange bia omo ye bia eye galamsey na asay the machines na omo de nsuo no. Galamsey na asay machines na omo de ti eye galamsey nsuo de ni mamonom no wasantime mu no. Enti se modwen se mo ye obi a mo ya mo ho. And the kidney problems any yare bebre ekoso no asantime mu dodo na AC yekoka na akoda ne politics obi tan obi na wu ni esie wa meka ho. Let's get back to this issue. Now, yes, sorry, and yes, see, Ken Oforiata answer na ofri abamu no. Sorry, ofri the position akwaji the foreign the finance minister position Jubilee House no. The latter part of the time na ofri the finance ministry akwashe Jubilee House akwaye foreign finance minister no. $34.9 million eno sign ye said the ambulance 307 binom ko kraba e tontura no. Almost ambulance nobody abano. Almost they buy maintenance, spare parts. Almost be sheshe. Inti Ghana for atisika $34.9 million. Yeah, they buy my company bia. Almost they sa spare parts no. Any sa repairing works no. Almost no mobile be $34.9 million. Technically, $35 million. The ambulance near to the same. Now, say, we calculate 307 ambulances. Now, we divide this at 34.9 yeah. That means the ambulance biano $113,000 and you better pay. T. And the okuja to a blackwa at the document about Bontini. Document no about Bontini no. Clear and nobody has been able to contest the document. Nobody has been able to say Kratana or the buyer or Boa as a member of parliament. Nobody has been able to do that. Now Kratari no say Ken Oforiata share the accountant general say $34.9 million on Chioma company bia eye jankuruma Ekufuado band boyfriend or Nigeria ni dia. Na sa company no omo babe ye the maintenance on the day any spare parts omo de babe hye ambulance bi no omo kraba 2019 no mo kai ambulance bi na be bonyo mo kira o fecho ntontra na mo krai no mo kai se jakpa asem wo ye wo court no mo kai se big C for eton ambulance ma ye omo sa de edien spare part e de bibia ka ho at their own cost ende na na de Napo Bawumia most of them for ambulance 307 million aba. 307 ambulances. And no be a company wo Ghana. Omo for ambulance the buy no. And no be a company. And almost say yenia Ghana for no yemfa sika $40 million and from a company no. Na omo fan ko to spare parts and fan be repair ambulance no. What Ghana ha. Now at this point you are still saying say anti NPP no Omon corner NDC mra. Now the question here is, say NPP yes I know my way na say yet Ghana not because of tribe. And say Jiminti, we don't want to speak on it and kick these people out. Now dear na wo message ben na wo send it edia kwa bontinia. And I say adwene ben na wo what are you thinking? Do you think say who ignore we na we kwa ade chia ade foforo bi beba abe solve that problem nana. Okujato Ablakwa today is being insulted because I am he's being insulted because at the end of the day no nidini enya kwame amwako. At the end of the day no onya santini ba onya kaniba inti se Ghana for omo MPP for area sika na se oden krata akraba na obeka kire mu se enkofo we wiam a na ya dane no the tribal. Right now we are not even looking at the issue, we are looking at the messenger. There are so many people in Ghana. Omu say sanyomo nyina no kure. But a free okuja to Ablakwa honkwa bankwa de entiase. Adentra oya hunani aboa. Inti nkwasiafo we area ya. Yenga nkwasiafo omo wi afi so omo ya kamfo. That is the problem in Ghana today. That is why you see a lot of people quiet in Ghana, not because they don't know what we are talking about is true. It is because the person sending the message is not one of them. If you say Onya Santini, there are so many people who don't like me because it's a fact. There are so many people who don't like me because later nobody say Kevin Taylor ne mame ya uneni. Hey, uneni ba. So if some betna kwana some ka no kura na kyerɛ abra onim no kura na the fact say me maame ahunani no asɛm na nkasa ɛbɛgye Ghana na ɔmpɛ so ɔbɛgye atum, and that is the foolishness edidi Ghana for bitrim. Let me tell you, there are so many people they don't like me not because of the work I do, it is because me maame ahunani. Automatically na adwene ne say adentina ahunani ba eti TV so kasa Ghana for enim. He does not have the space to speak. Into Kuja to Black Wadi Senka ye MPB ofria santimemu ana akamemu. The approach some of the people are approaching this matter no and be different. A bit different because oye akaniba or the right to speak on Ghana. But because oya because osa belonging to NDC no say Ghana ne shekrampa, we have to keep quiet, and it is a fact. I've experienced it. There are so many people in Ghana who don't just like me because what is Kevin tell me into everything that I put out here, every fact that I say, every single thing I say, automatically na driko kasa ne maame uneni into enye den uneni ba, and it's a fact, and that is what they have done till now. And into na put me jina platform so abra in less than 10 minutes or 2 say ordinate no otimbe jina platform so edidi kwame nkroma because from day one, and then the team say, Kwame Nkrumah at the end of the day, no, onye ni pebia or simple say, nanko so diganenim. So it is something that basically, one ni pebi mu Ghana, and we cannot save Ghana because among for are looking at how people's names sounds, where they are coming from, omo papa ding, omo mami ding, before they look at the issue. $34.9 million. Till date, nobody has been able to come out to contest the document Okujato Ablakwa de Atrabonte. Till date, Obienwa would contested the document. Now, look at something. I'm sure idea. You see this guy. You say the MP of Doma East. Now, when you read, anytime you say MPP for we. Omunim se MPP for do na Jimmy omuntumi nkenkan te brofunko school papanti. Omu dia to omutimu say so person ko join MPP a kasa wo ye lawyer enu ano no. Enye bi na nanse omu yi no say a Napo constituency. Also a lawyer. We Jimmy Kura so a lawyer nti onim nyansa. Enti the MPP no because do no MPP nko school. Enti in the eyes like when you go to the land of the blind, obi an ani ba akokra wo no on the king. On said do in Cosco Kinkai Tiasia into Debiano, Omana they are quick to say so on Kinkai because Obia or Bombiana fast. Debiano or some defense mechanism. And people no doing years of a catch up so school. We a lawyer. Where Jimmy Kurana catch up so a lawyer, that's all. In this I will study NPP for MPs do na Obia so a lawyer. Because they don't even understand. Because with your monkola brem, they catch up one say, Kasoy a lawyer, Kasoy a doctor, Oka Sapon Nyansa. Inti party na akwaya party bia dudo no mudi party ne chino they are not intellectually smart to understand the say obu wa title keke does not make that person intelligent. And until they can have somebody like Ekufuado normal rally around Ekufuado for about 20 years. I didn't try see Ekufuado not a lawyer but only certificate, but Ekufuado cut to omutim so a lawyer. It as far as our Catholic team or a lawyer, no MPP support and be do it. On say Bawumia also an economist. They don't ask for your credentials. They don't go deep and read your thesis. They don't read your research. The moment they could for the catch MPP for say Bawumia economist and no. That is how the party is built. Now this guy, this is his first time in parliament. And Okujato Ablakwa releasing his statement, you know. When you read the whole statement, when you read the statement na a document any Okujato Ablakwa any create na a free a abaimuno. It said say Oforeta instructed the accountant general to pay $34.9 million to Jan Nkrumah's boy's friend company just to have spare parts and repair ambulances. Now, time finance minister Kenofurata MSI instructions no. The total amount finance minister Kenofurata those times the accountant general was to pay $34.9 million. So that is the total amount. Now, after Kenofurata instructed the accountant general to pay that money, the accountant general was able to pay $10 million. That does not mean that the $39 million will not be paid. It means we still owe $24 million out of the $34 million because we have paid $10 million, meaning we still have $24 million to pay. So we are still indebted to that company to pay the company $34 million. Actually, wait, Jimmy. Actually, document now now, you see this idiot. It is because Ajima Menu and about Parliament own the numbers. This is first time in Parliament. Olidi NDC Nino with not more than 5,000 votes. But this fool today granted interview and he was ranting. Adentra or say, abine into $34 million. Okujato should retract. Now abine to $10 million. You don't take $24 million and over. The total amount of money we were supposed to pay, or we are still supposed to pay, is $34 million. $10 million has been given out. Now, here na overkind document we are want to here. Kwasi ampenyi we Doma East, mumusa Doma East for say. Akwa de nimu prekesen pikant se MP uno. Obeye MP wo Doma no. Doma East no ade na ode aba Doma East ni din de eye Paul Aprekuchum. Ote Parliament ena Jimmy on vote or about Parliament less than 5,000 votes. After the rigging and shooting, Jima Menu no or your health minister those times are only Kenofurata ka omutribo ho a omode contract we ma Jankroma boyfriend Nigerian, you know. Because Jima Menu is the one who sponsored this guy to come to Parliament, you know. Quickly, he started fooling himself that we bring in ambulance, 307 ambulance. Then the company that brought in the ambulance, that company could not add spare parts. Oh, Jakpa case never court no. The big C guys no, they shipped spare parts at their own cost though, and added it to the ambulance. You see, add na ato force na control letter. These people bring 307 ambulance from a company, and the company does not add one spare part to the 307 ambulance. Yade ambulance in bedru Ghana we no and almost sabe be a company say sa company na yensen tia company ne ka. And this fool with this wide mouth like Panasonic mic is telling us say, oh, we paid 10 million because he sees nothing wrong with it. If we even paid $1,000 for ambulances that the company could not guarantee or add parts to it, then we are foolish as a people. So this fool wearing a Vietnam suit, Nanuncio so Jimmy no, this is his first time in Parliament. Wabewu sibe diska koni kuro mo ko toilet ko nyebi. Go to Doma East. He is there defending $10 million. Oh, we have paid $10 million. You go out there and get ambulance without spare parts, without any strategy to maintain the ambulance. You come to Ghana, you set up a company within a week. Jan Kruma, who is the daughter of the president's boyfriend's company, and then you give them $10 million and say, oh, we did not pay $34 million, so Nanu so Jimmy, and so my brother. And you sit in Ghana and you ask yourself, say Jimmy Fowe, where did we go to omu free? Banchi be no money omu boy ya. Sa at the end of the day, sa banchi no any omu nyina bo fryer from so be nipa. Because when you read the document, it is clear. Now let me show you this. And among 40 the constituency, don't be crowd be kwasia bankra better space, baby a red, baby a green. Now no bagaya sa Panasonic mic to talk kan kwasia sem. He sees nothing wrong with $10 million. He sees nothing wrong with the government bringing in 307 ambulances without any plans of repairing the ambulance, without any backup plan of air and spare parts to even be able to maintain the ambulances. Today as we speak, there are two forces in Jina Court. Big C4 day, about 30 ambulances, almost spare parts can. Kwasiafo we abetina kurom ha. Obiambo Jimini we trimu to work can kwasiasem say $10 million spare. So Okujato Blakwa should apologize to Rien. the former health minister Agyema Menu and who born George to say free. Agyema Menu kwasi ampenya or kofa COVID-19 drugs without checking. Agyema Menu Kurobian kosi kuni to twene. This fool committed genocide because kwasi away Agyema Menu na so the so de ba parliament area sika de ba yedinti. Now no se boto abetra kan kwasi say just 10 million. We should apologize to your stupid god Agyema Menu. Now look at this. Some way na yama more opportunity no to parliament. Now read this document. I mean read it with you, then you understand. When you read the document Okudjato Ablakwa published, it says establishment of letter of credit in favor of MS Service Ghana Auto Group Limited to procure spare parts for 307 units of ambulance vehicles. Me see, say a $100 crowd for spare parts for somebody has to go to jail. Big C, Jakwama Semne Court, no. Big C added spare parts, a whole container of spare parts to just 30 ambulances. We got crack 307 ambulances. Yamfa one spare part and count. Oba Jankina, your friend Jankromana, or Bod Drag, no. Or no boyfriend Nigeria Buano, and a mobile be a company, now move to $40 million. Now what you $10 million? Why one no saboto? Abetraka can kwasi asem. Adenya kwasi ebi aton space one amount. Now when you read the document, this is what it says. Please refer to the Ministry of Health letter number MOHKA 3.17/17/01 dated 6 December 2023 on the above subject. 2. We write to acknowledge receipt of your request for an amount of $34 million. For an amount of $34.9 million. Let me read every single thing. Vietnam City National for an amount of how much? Now, so 34 million, that's your 10 million. Why are we not supposed to speak about it? Now, when you read the document, it says, we write to acknowledge receipt of your request for an amount of $34.9 million. That is $34,904,505 for procurement of spare parts for the maintenance of the 307 Mercedes-Benz ambulance purchased in 2019. So this document from the ministry was saying that they have to be paid that money, and the total amount is 34.9 million. So 34.9 million here 10 million akwasia. Who feed the token cabet now say my brother should apologize to Kweku Agyema Menu. George who feed narcotic control board guy we one no George so pro we should do what? We should apologize to Agyema Menu because that fool brought you to parliament. Now when you go to the third paragraph, the ministry is only able to fund up to the tune of 10 million. So let me finish this. This ministry is only able to fund up to the tune of $10 million out of the amount requested and recommend that the Ministry of Health finance the difference through NHIA. The Accountant General Catcher Finance Minister say $34.9 million now. Right now, you bet me 10 million. Now, sir, 24.9 na akano. The National Health Insurance Authority for and the MPC country also so. Are we foolish? Kwasia wishes Vietnam should nano bagaya say. Jantra for draws we paid only 10 million, and my brother should apologize to Agyema Menu, George Niwen, who see. That's the total amount of money. That is how much the Accountant General said he go pay, and said that an NHIA should pay the rest of the money. So what are you talking about here, Mr. Fool? Adena moyam kwasia for Samuel Jimmy, and a Doma East for more opportunities to bra parliament. Wano bagaya se kuraba bra parliament. Nebeka asem nebeje nyoma na emwa Doma East for se nebe ya Ghana for sika say. Why ube bi boto abetra parliament kwasia sesa paper egugu table so che won say unim nyansa. Na won kwa na kan brofo. Law school papa be na akoye. Enye mediu law school ya na de abeduru ha. E dia de papa na munim kwasia for every day. Why no say jantra for draws size 38 abejira kan kwasi asem adan wo kan enti enjai. So you feel say $10 million is nothing. What does the document say? Did Okudjato Ablakwa put this document together? Is it not your own finance ministry and the accountant general? You are a foolish MP. Maybe your Doma East will not vote for such a twerp. And Kaoba and an Ankoba Church Ghana for the 1 year. Udi nkwasiafo echiba 2020 ko bu nkofo bu eku nkofo gi power no a wo de ba parliament nanka wa kire de wa yama doma east fo wano bagaya se Nigeria for kura ba begina kan kwasiasam adan a o hye nkwasia Vietnam suit bi nti yenso so mo jimi mo yese Ghana for ye mo ana mo yese nim nyansa na ejimi ni bi ewura parliament. Since this fool went to parliament, I have not heard him speak on any tangible thing. He has not brought a bill before. He has not moved anything. He just sits there, the two thing. And I know Doma is the former young Kwasiafo. First time, no opportunity. Now, one guy's out, Jima menu no, or no parliament obebim. Now, would Jimmy, instead of you to support for these people stealing from us, no, to stop, no. Why no bagaya say Nigeria for Ibadan for kura ba be jina be kan kwasi asem say and my brother should apologize to and then they Jimmy akwa o jina we ukwa wa west ara obuso obo say akwa nsem o ken onu anga say ni we hu dam enye check Norris movie mu a anko we hu dam da agenda 111 on chiro be esi daga auto said there na no kana akwa went to me ice cream. And the Wabajin on the actual script and the position and the NFP and the 2004. Wait. Kwasiadibia Bawumia was slim. And yes, slim for pana. Sabi obu penny for we nan come china shebotom. Trog be quality the necessary in the court. Ya tron Kwasia script about watch your script. Watch your script. Bawumia and the team at your script the amano. Sabe kind na city news. Samens. Na no tafrega bi to te sa ponche no monkobo na Ghana fo nka say hey Bawumia ya bibi o wa west me say metime bie phone lines na ma wa west fo omunche bebi agenda 111 yesie wi adipa kom omunche bebi adam ne da free SHS wa west fo say duane wo hompa enkurade nya bebi da na wo papa peyin toto a enche obewu wa be jona the position senate na good trisuo yakoto eye Sudan for shirt ba kwa ma on 300 Ghana ki kan kwasi asem erade
ko medin zo kwame makasa fi asemfosu mi fike post ba ti fosu na sisi abebe nsi mi yejuma na asama alaka wa nkoma na asam yehu makasa brief bi a kirawo nanse ya ena mukwa adwuma man pen bi wo ho MPP pa o na asoma okacha me de nkuma anya do kwa jezo obo hen ba so anya azre bisa nkuma ya dan ehune eka bibi da wo da due hu mu wo da ahye hu akuma ma no opu na na waka asoma okacha me de wa ye wo fa na nkuma antino o wie nko do ma bro funi stay na antino opam ho ono kwa ka ina mbisa na de mbisa ba panala de oya bedwuma no so efitenyi mechanic na so mechanic na so okay on South Africa empede de we comparison on South Africa abrofu na wo ho ne sisi a no nya beautiful they are fighting each other because of asase ho ade cha we na de chi we na wo da kwa me nkoma ase na njabare sta my watchman
ya we should go fancy asemo hello caller hello Olenya miasi nko ya watchman grada dada hello caller
hello
yes sir, good evening, go ahead.
Good evening. Mpato Ghana for no yana trobe yo yirife kakala wo ha onkofo we musara na o plan nti mudika yi roles firi ho no so switch roles ti ase ka sa kwasa samwe na company da but omu se o ho nti no mu yi ni firi ho mo ye sare no na ya da ho pa firi re to aba ne ye.
But that's it, thank you. I say I feel me to aba ne kasa mitio
Boniana la de fa kwa bodam na apuku na de ma on the side ka so ma o ke no ye ba na ke no ke de bo we de obapa obapa ni de kra ko kondiani but
I say all right, hello caller, I'm for hit you. Okay, hello caller, hello, I'm for hit all right, hello caller.
Good evening.
Good evening, boss. Go ahead.
Napo Bawumia.
Bibia boko.
It's good evening, Napo Bawumia.
It's onka. Bibia boko. Go ahead.
Boko na so yema kwa baso. Efeme Labi Mkasafi Tamale. That's a new kind motor. I don't want to motor so na. Otaso na usu sa.
Menstro, Yakaba. Sida si ejinim.
Yeah. Keti neko so mind with the hosem. Now so ye bon pa se nyambe bon ahode na wakoso egbuye ni. Nyame adoma on the 7th of December no. Ebe MPP party ni so na Jamahama watwaso. That's it.
Thank you too. All right, hello caller. Hello. All right, I'm in fact call and free. Yeah. Hello caller. Hello. Good evening. Good evening. All right, he's not ready. All right, hello caller.
Abu.
Go ahead.
Abu ni second.
Kasa mitio.
Yimbi yamo akwaba. I'm say we ejuma magana man. Ba futa bro magana for with team yimbi baby o bia ye ejuma ye. Besi na Napo Bawumia. Wade Ghana ekejina no Kevin. Ya sorry yan kasa ya sorry yenjira here na on the 7th December. Ya nsha here nuanu me nebusia ya koto aba my excellency John Dramani Mahama. No, the NDC candidate BL or contest parliamentary because or some majority in parliament, at least more than 2/3. So that Sir Embra Fun and Anado on the Bawumia Ashan will do about 10 in our parliament because Kevin, oh, you send a Ghana Sierra, Kevin, oh, Secretary people are suffering. You cannot buy pepper, tomatoes. Pepper and tomatoes, you cannot buy in Secretary across the country, everywhere. It's able to try, sir. I'm appealing to every Ghanaian. Who are butchering or infra, who Busian was sending car. Catch the way Busian was sending car man say, one to Abama Mahama, no need NDC Parliamentary Biala. I cannot send money because send no money, Kona Kashano Kevin. It's a very appalling, very serious. The corruption is left and right. I don't know, Kevin. So I'm appealing to everybody to listen to everybody. Now you're talking about my NDC.
But I say thank you very much. Hello, caller.
Hello, Atigya Your.
Aunt Monica, how are you? A long time, eh?
I'm good, and you?
Good, Aunt Monica.
Togbi, Pako for Makatamia Wizon. Mr. Will the family in Akaba. The parents are on the radio, not in a better town, I bet the band, a better language is singing now. Togbi,
yeah.
I may over Western region to Makata Magana. Now, Western region, almost second the top right, the second D. Yes, second D, nipa. Oh, you're very sad there. I hear full of Western region, no. Me who the way your video there, na pome ye de ba pome. I didn't say what some na put to enter Western region. I went to what is a crime in Komaroba. Now, put our body to crime in Komayan Africa there. Open a Kumase or him one or him to no. Men who be do, or people to wait to frame a full to no, or yeah, a foot to popo. Answer and a popa cadamasam, or yeah, as Santian or the can get a pan come and tell answer. Because when it's true, people are Ben or Bacadamasam. So yesterday, you should Western region, the whole 10 regions. No, the whole Western region. Like I know Western region, the Bini Water region. I know Western region, a Bini Asante region, but Western region, you're poor. Western region or your poor one can Western for what my war, no what to have, but the master and the okay. Remember, second, you Western region, you gallant to have from MPP. Now, for why and no swing there photo. Now you don't see. You think Jimmy for.
Thank you, Auntie Monica. Hello, caller.
Yeah, hello, Mr. Kevin.
Yes, sir, go ahead. Yeah.
Mr. Kevin Pacho Kasafri Sunyani. Okay. Mr. Kevin, I am at the first time in Sakao. Na Babu Kasimbi was Senka for 413. Was if Feninam a brand two where he and Safo. As soon as him Akukra Kwasia Untiafutu was Senka for the car. Our Babu to be a pa Uncle Kai. Was if Feninam a brand two where he and Safo. As soon as him Akukra Kwasia onti afutuo Mr. Kevin baby a Ghana ekono eye me nwanwa na medwene Ghana fo ho a menti ase se bepem nani pa ba ya wo no bosome nkron odidi otwa aduane de hye ne hwenim de hye ne num onfa hye ne hwenim ekokogina platform ase se Bawumia mpega ne nsa dombe kabiane abo agiso ye dombe kabiane abo agiso ye Mr. Kevin de sebi mpreduasa ene boys na yaba no yesus ye hunu nyansa wo ye ni nyansa ne adwene ko akiri I swear Mr. Kevin I swear kwam biaso nkofo we ebe ko back yeah Misha.
That's it. Thank you very much. Hello caller.
Hello Kevin.
Good evening madam. Yeah, kasa.
Yo Kevin, asema mpesa mekane say Bawumia na ponu awoyi no wakase na ponu wapenase mu ana me na meka che say na po be poison your poison or poison what they say akwaya ejusu ni ye wo wu ye sani your poison no man we san wo be poison Bawumia family na wu na po we ni pa bonefo ni fini se da wu na po ni fini se na ntwie hwene what in Bawumia wonye ni papa etia Bawumia na po onye ni Bawumia fe no wiye papa na po be poison no
be da se
obe poison no papa me dia samu ameka se Bawumia no pasia na po abuafunu na po pasia mpani
bye osin na po hwene se dewuro udim dewuro be se get me dewuro hello caller mumi din wachi a ende na me resumi kasabitio
Kevin at the say
nitie bibia boko
akwaba
dejo so
na man asmo kan mani agye pese me di ko kakra masem nyina ne se edwoso hene bi na woman bi so edwoso hene ya na osore akofa printer ye nanim no ti apaka mu na yeso ya santo me de ne se ya santo na ye gine so no a o timi pamo abrofo na ye gine so okuma ase no school ben anase hospital ben na ya santo na adwuma ben ene obie ewo kumase manmu a maame na wode printer ye nanim o ti papaka mu se ye nso ano se ya santo ano ya na me pese me hunu se pamo abrofo fine wa pamo abrofo no na die school ana die ben no wo ye ya Ghana o ka se bia ye twam kumase kura na obi an enye se obi an enyim ya tidin no na die ben no wa ye kumase wo no ma kumase fo eti ho no mo dwen se ya sanfo aye bibi o wa pamo abrofo South Africa abrofo ne se Mandela she jail no 27 years na mo kana no tumu no enu na ma South Africa aye krobe aye krabe hwa the whole Africa na wote ho no ma pamo abrofo no die school na ya sanfo asiye die college na ya sanfo asiye die pene ma minute afa daye na nim se wo ku etututu wo so wiem no Kevin akwaba na me enkomo